What's happening won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of The Gen X Files. Welcome to The Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about Lego. Lego, my Lego.
Or Legos, as every parent in the 70s said.
Hey, you playing with your Legos? You
Yeah.
got your Legos there, huh? You playing with your Lego? It's Lego, Mom. I'm playing with my Lego.
Lego's huge. It's still really big. My one of my new nephews, my only new nephew. The others are girls. Sorry, my brother got remarried, so he inherited
New
some
additions
children.
to your family.
But he was all about the Lego, and in fact, Phoebe and I, we were in Illinois. The Nicholas Conservatory had a whole thing of Lego, like stuff made from Legos, like animals and things and plants and stuff made from literally 40,000 Lego bricks and all this. They were really cool.
Well, that's the fun thing. There's a Lego shop up at Universal City Walk.
Oh yeah.
And they have all sorts of Lego Boba Fett's and big old life-size Lego things. That would be such a fun job to be like the Lego sculptor.
Yeah.
It would also be a tedious job.
You'd have to really love Lego.
Here's 9 million yellow bricks. Make C-3PO.
There was also on the Queen Mary, they had for longest time, they had a replication of the Queen Mary in Lego. It was huge. It was 8 feet long.
Yeah, it's crazy. They just made a 1 million and something piece Millennium Falcon.
Oh my God.
That is like a 1/4 scale.
I was going to say, is it a 1-to-1 ratio?
Oh, it's huge. And it looks awesome.
Crazy.
But it's like a 1.5 million Lego piece thing. And that's what's so amazing is people are still, and the funny thing is this company has swirled the bottom, has circled the drain so many times, has come so close to just disappearing so many times, but it just prevails.
You can't stuff down creativity, Jim.
No, you don't count out the Danes.
Yeah.
The Danes always going to come back.
Now, also, I just want to say that it ruins the surprise, but I got you the 1-to-4 Millennium Falcon for Christmas.
Nice, and I start throwing the furniture out the
We have
out
to
the window.
literally put it in the living room, and there's nothing else that's gonna fit.
Wait, did you? Is it put together, or do I have to put it together?
No, I put it together. It's coming.
You put it.
We're gonna put it through the sliding glass door and land it.
So you put it together. You put a 1.5 million piece thing together by yourself?
Yeah.
That is how long did that take you? It's impressive.
14 years.
Wow. So pretty much when we met, you're like,
I've been working on this for a long time.
That is I'm really touched. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I return it?
I lost the receipt. Sorry. All right. Well, take yourself back. 1949.
Good Lord.
Way back. Way before either of us.
Way.
Way. The most popular Christmas toy is the board game Clue from Parker Brothers. The game sells for $3, which is almost $40 in 2022 money.
There's Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench. No, it wasn't. Try again.
I loved Clue growing up.
Everybody loved Clue.
The problem is that it required 3 people, and I only had one friend.
Aw, and that friend was imaginary. You couldn't even have 2
Yes.
imaginary friends.
No, I couldn't think that far ahead to be like, oh, I could just have another imaginary friend.
You had one, but he was like, I'm going to go hang out with your brother.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. My brother was way cooler than me.
Oh, I'm sure you had plenty of friends.
The Eames House, also known as Case Study House Number 8, is finished being built in Los Angeles. Married architects Charles and Ray Eames would live and work there until their deaths in 1978 and 1988.
Was this made from bricks?
Yes. From house
Interlocking
material?
bricks?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just the famous architects that lived here in L.A. One of the first amusement parks in North America opens called Santa's Workshop, located in North Pole, New York.
Yeah, have you seen that? Creeps.
No, I'm sure it is awful.
Well, it's everything about that era just has this kind of haunted feel of designed by people that hate children. Because everything is just slightly scary and off-putting,
right?
So kids are just a little bit skewed. That's why the baby boomers are so effed up. Is because all of their toys and stuff are just kind of
just weird creepiness.
Yeah, are just are just secretly destructive.
For example, Elf on the Shelf.
Yes.
Which is one of the creepiest things ever.
Now, I don't get the. Okay, look, Speed Bump City, but it is the holidays.
It is.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming of a Lego Christmas.
Well, it's coming, I'm telling you.
Now,
Millennium Falcon.
I don't have children, Adam. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. I just thought I didn't see him very often.
I mean, the cat is slowly becoming
Slowly?
surrogate. But no, I don't have children, and I know that the elf on the shelf is like you put an elf on the shelf and it like watches your kid to make sure he's not naughty. But now I'm seeing these like videos and stuff on the YouTubes where it's like the elf drew on little kids' faces and stuff at the night, and the kid's like, there's this hilarious video of this little girl, and I think she's Scottish, and she's like wakes up and she has like 72 glasses and mustache and stuff on her.
What?
And it must have been her parents, and she's like, nah, this ain't funny. I got school. And I don't understand why the elf is torturing children now in their sleep. That seems really,
Well,
you're going to be paying for some therapy.
it's, because this is something that you and I would do to children, which is why we don't have children, and why Gen Xers probably shouldn't have had children.
But even I, an a-hole to the max, don't understand like effing with your children with this.
I know.
Like, what's the point of the elf? Is it just to scare your unruly children into being
No,
good?
no. The original idea with Elf on the Shelf was that the parents, leading up to Christmas, would hide it in different places, and every day the kids would find it.
Oh, okay.
Like, that was the whole point.
So it's just
is
kind of a
that
cute little thing.
It was a game to get kids excited about Christmas and get them...
Because kids
God
never
knows-
get excited
yeah.
about Jesus, man. Like November 1st, I started getting seriously. I got seriously. See how excited I got? I would get seriously excited about Christmas, man.
Well, sure,
Like,
sure.
What kid doesn't get excited about Christmas?
Oh, no. I agree. I mean, this is also from, like, the 30s. So, I mean, it's
Really?
possible that...
This Elf on the Shelf thing started in the 30s?
It started a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's super old. I mean, like, that was...
But they
there
never
was-
did it when we
It was
were
a time when
kids.
there was no entertainment.
Right, but why didn't we have the Elf on the Shelf?
Because the baby boomers were like, this is dumb.
No. Yeah. You don't deserve elves on shelves now.
Yeah.
Eat your broccoli, clean a room, and do your chores, and here's $1. Go have fun.
We're going to shoot your toys later.
We're going to get rid of all your favorite toys. It's time to go to work. You're 8. Get a job.
So, also in 1949, the Lego Group is founded and begins manufacturing interlocking toy bricks called Lego.
The interlocking brick system.
Yeah, so Lego technically starts long before 1949.
Right. It was like a woodworking shop.
You got to go back to it began in the carpentry shop of Ole Kirk Christensen in Billund, Denmark.
It sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah,
Ole Kirk Christensen in Billund, Denmark started making woodworking things.
in 1916, Christensen purchased a woodworking shop in Billund, which had been in business since 1895. The shop mostly helped construct houses and furniture and had a small staff of apprentices.
Nice.
The workshop burned down in 1924 when a fire ignited some wood shavings.
Good Lord. By the way, this is going to be something that happens quite frequently.
Yeah.
That I'm starting to think there's a little bit of an arson bug in that family.
That's very possible. Christensen constructed a larger workshop and worked towards expanding his business even further. When the Great Depression hit, he had fewer customers and had to focus on smaller projects.
Yeah, that was worldwide. You forget that the Depression wasn't just a United States
it
thing.
was everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Where USA goes, the rest of the world goes, unfortunately.
It was a very depressing time.
Yeah.
It was a great
It was
depression.
a great depression.
Yes.
Yeah. He began producing miniature versions of his products as design aids. It was these miniature models of stepladders and ironing boards that inspired him to begin producing toys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ole.
Yeah. Are you just saying your own name?
Right, okay. I was going to make you Ole.
I mean, I can respond as Ole, but my Danish is terrible.
I am going to make little things. Little for people to make big things.
Right, design aids,
Yes.
like so that they can see what it is and then make it bigger.
Call me Kirk. Ole seems like I'm a matador.
Okay. On August 10th, 1932, Christensen's shop started making wooden toys such as piggy banks, pull toys, cars and trucks, and houses, but because of the state of the economy, the business was not profitable.
You're not buying any toys for kids. That's
That's the last thing. It's like they can barely afford to buy potatoes.
you want to eat or you want to play.
Here, you play with this potato for a while, and then cut it up, and then we're gonna eat it.
Look, that's saying that. You know, the original Mr. Potato Head
But
was an actual potato.
Yeah.
It was just they sold the stuff to put in a potato.
Right. The appendages and things.
Yeah, that's so
Just jam
gross.
into a potato.
It's like it's time to give up your potato, Sherry. It stinks. It's been 2 weeks. It's all black. Let me get you a new potato. Oh no, this is Mr. Potato.
Yeah, well, no. This new potato. You can get a new potato.
Stinks.
Farmers in the area sometimes traded food in exchange for his toys. Christensen continued producing practical furniture in addition to toys to stay in business.
See, people still wanted to give their kids toys.
Of course. I mean, they're not a-holes.
Mummy,
Yeah?
Mummy, could I have a toy?
Yeah, but you can't eat for 3 days.
Okay, Mummy. Make it something that I can pull. A pull toy.
Okay.
Aw, that was a beautiful Christmas moment.
It was. Straight from 1933. It was great.
Yeah.
In the mid-1930s, the yo-yo toy fad gave him a brief period of increased activity until it suddenly collapsed.
Right, and like 3 days after that, the yo-yo diet was formed. People just going up and going down, especially in the holidays.
To reduce waste, he used the leftover yo-yo parts as wheels for toy trucks.
Smart move, buddy, because honestly, toy trucks didn't really roll.
No,
they did.
They just you pushed them and they just left tracks.
Mummy,
Yes?
why don't my wheels move?
We cannot afford wheels that move.
I'll go hungry for 6 days for moving wheels, Mummy.
Okay.
I love Denmark.
I also want to point out that I think the yo-yo might have been the first of the toy fads. Like, I don't know if there was anything before that where it just exploded and then immediately went away.
But resurfaced to every decade.
It
was
did.
like
Yeah, it would always
it was
come
like
back.
a curse.
Yeah,
The yo-yo.
yeah.
I remember because there's always some new innovation of the yo-yo. Like I remember the light-up yo-yos or the trick
I was gonna
yo-yos.
say, this one now has 2 strings.
Well, they did. I mean,
I
look,
know,
man, they
I
had
know.
all sorts of crazy yos. There was a big old yo-yo time when I was a kid. I had a few yos.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing in like variety shows, dudes doing yo-yo
Called
tricks
yo
and
squared.
things.
You got your yo squared.
I was gonna go around the world.
Yeah. And then you pull it back in. I could go around the world, but I couldn't get it back in. And it was a great way to hurt people too.
Yeah,
It's how it all.
I'm pretty sure my brother
unfortunately,
hit me in the head a few times.
Everybody did. Unfortunately, every toy becomes a weapon.
It does.
At some point if
Yeah.
you're a troubled child.
We are awful people.
No, look, I was a troubled child.
I just
That's my
meant
excuse.
human beings in general.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's true.
At this time, his son Ole's son Gottfried began working for him, taking on an active role in the company. In 1934, Christensen held a contest among his staff to name the company, offering a bottle of homemade wine as a prize.
Hello, company. Hi, it's me, Ole. Please call me Kirk. I don't want to be confused for him at the door.
What is wrong with Ole Kirk?
I don't know, sounds Star Trekky, even though that doesn't come yet. I'm holding a contest for naming the company. I made this bottle of wine myself
Ooh.
with my own secretions. And whoever names the company wins the wine. There you go. Let's get those names a coming.
It just occurred to me, any of our Danish listeners might find all this horribly offensive.
Yes. Yes.
So, despite the fact that he offered a prize of homemade wine and asked his staff to name the company,
From my own secretions.
Christian was actually considering 2 names himself: Legio, with the implication of a legion of toys, and Lego, a self-made contraction from the Danish phrase "legot," meaning play well.
Le Got. Yes, I wanted a legion of toys. That sounds a little problematic.
Legion of toys.
My legion of toys are going to come for you.
Okay, well, that does actually sound very.
So I went with Lego.
Later the Lego group discovered that Lego could be loosely interpreted as "I put together" or "I assemble" in Latin.
That was a good turn of events for us right
Yeah.
there, you know.
It's kismet.
Yeah.
And
We didn't even know that until John came and he spoke Latin.
so Christensen selected Lego, and the company began using it on its products, which makes me think that he just kept the homemade wine for himself.
I like my secretions.
Okay. Following World War II, plastics became available in Denmark, and Lego purchased a plastic injection molding machine in 1947.
Yeah, they did.
Did it have his secretions in it, Jim?
No, it had plastic in it, Adam. It wasn't his homemade wine.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Or cheese.
Oh,
You should try his cheese.
wait, does that have his secretions too?
He made a lot of things with
Man,
his
I'm not eating
secretions.
anything from Denmark.
Oh, at least it's got a bit of a tang. Got some tang to it.
God. One of the first modular toys to be produced was a truck that could be taken apart and reassembled.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Hey, it's innovative, man.
I mean, it's 1947.
Yeah. Look, there's no real TV. There's movies, but you couldn't afford to go.
No, at this point, nobody had TV. I mean,
Not in Denmark.
no.
And then,
God, they were still
Danish movies are
rebuilding.
so depressing.
Plus, there was a war that destroyed everything.
Right. So you needed, it's like basically, well, I'll take it from a truck, put it back together, and then play with it because that'll eat up a lot of time.
Well, you can take it apart too.
Hey, the whole thing is it's to distract you from your bleak existence.
The Danes are very happy people.
There we are now because we have the Lego.
Well, you can tell because they get excited about trucks that can be taken apart.
You can take it apart.
In 1947, Ole Kirk and Gottfried obtained samples of interlocking plastic bricks produced by the company Kittycraft.
Yeah.
Hillary Fisher Page designed these Kittycraft self-locking building bricks in England. In 1949, the Lego Group began producing similar bricks, calling them...
Automatic binding bricks.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty good name for that. It makes them,
Baby.
makes them sound super futuristic.
Yes. I'm going...
Mommy, I'm going to go play with my automatic binding bricks. Okay, weirdo.
I do also want to point out that they essentially just ripped off the Kittycraft.
They did, but to be fair, Kittycraft wasn't the only one with this type of
Sure.
technology going on. But yes.
But they specifically got Kittycraft bricks and go,
Well, they did, but you know what else they did? They made it better.
no, 100%. I totally agree.
But yes, this is definitely a G.I. Joe experience where you basically put the heads on Ken dolls.
Pretty much. Lego bricks, then manufactured from cellulose acetate, were developed in the spirit of traditional wooden blocks that could be stacked upon one another but could be locked together.
Ooh.
They had several round studs on top and a hollow rectangular bottom. That was Jim's nickname in high school.
Hollow rectangular bottom. I went to an art school.
They would stick together, but not so tightly that they could not be pulled apart.
Yeah, they didn't work that well, let's be honest. Because they didn't have...
Well, they weren't, yeah.
There was nothing to like chunk chunk. And you could only put them one on top of the other. You couldn't stagger them.
Right.
You couldn't like hang it off of the side.
Yeah,
like you
they
could.
weren't, and they weren't, at this time, I don't think that they were being... I don't think the quality was as good.
They
so,
weren't
like,
automatic binding
Yeah,
bricks. They were sort of stay together bricks.
yeah, kind of. Yeah. In 1953, the bricks were given a new name, Lego Merston, or Lego bricks.
Hey, Lego Merston.
Yeah. It's Merston. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Danish for bricks.
Bricks Merston.
Merston. Yeah. Plastic products initially were not well received by customers who preferred wooden or metal toys. Many of Lego's shipments were returned following poor sales.
Yeah, we had so many Lego bricks returned to us. It was very depressing at the time.
Yet another time when the company almost went
Oh
bankrupt.
boy, I was pacing the floor that time,
Yeah.
drinking a lot of my own secretions.
Okay. In 1954, Gottfried Christensen had become the junior managing director of the Lego Group. His conversation with an overseas buyer struck the idea of a toy system with mini toys and a line of related products.
Yes, we have to come up with a system.
Yeah. He evaluated their available products and saw the plastic bricks as the best candidate for such a system.
Your bricks look like they would be very good for the system.
Yeah. In 1955, Lego released the town plan as such a system using the building bricks.
Yeah, man. Build your own town.
Drilled town, yeah. The building bricks were moderately received, but had some problems from a technical standpoint. Their locking ability was limited, and they were not versatile.
Yeah, like I said, you could only put it on top of it, and it didn't pop or click. It just kind of laid on top. and the buildings would fall down. But it was cool. And the thing is, the cars were just toy cars.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
shrubbery was toy shrubbery. And the
Right,
people
right.
were
It
just
was
toy
just
people. They were like a train.
Almost like, like train model stuff. Yeah, yeah.
And so you could crash your cars into your buildings
Well,
and they would
it's-
fall apart.
Look, stuff has to be developed. I mean, it's going to happen over time.
No, it was still a really cool set for the
I mean,
time,
you build a lot of towers, I guess, with it.
I guess. Jenga.
mean,
It was like the first.
Like Jenga. And
Yeah.
then they'd knock it over.
Yes. Well, the bullies would.
In 1958, the bricks were improved with hollow tubes in the underside of the brick. This change added support in the base, enabling much better locking ability and enhanced versatility.
It was a game changer.
It was.
Because now you could pop off bricks on the side, like pink, pink, pink. You know, you could just
Yeah.
lip it. So you could create so many different things. And they would lock, so you wasn't so fragile.
It's also interesting that later, the hollow tubes would become the internet.
What?
Tubes. This internet's made of tubes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hollow tubes. Internet's made from hollow tubes.
I guess I invented the internet.
Hollow tubes. Hollow tubes is such a weird phrase.
It was your nickname
stuck
in high
my
school.
head. It was. It was.
Hollow tubes.
Yeah. The company patented the new design as well as several similar designs to avoid competition. Ole Kirk Christensen died that same year, and Gottfried inherited the leadership of the company.
I'm not feeling so good. Hey, oh,
Is it from the hollow tubes?
I think I swallowed some hollow tubes. I was the first person to choke on a Lego.
Maybe you can eat them. I don't
thought
know.
so, but I choked on a Lego as the first one, and that's how I
Oh,
died.
That's sad.
Well, I went doing what I love, sucking on Legos and drinking my secretions.
He tried to wash it down with his secretions.
Yes, tangy.
Ugh. Another warehouse fire struck the Lego Group in 1960, consuming most of the company's inventory of wooden toys.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of.
Yeah, because only the wooden toys are going to work.
Yeah, it's a fire. We call that a fire sale.
Yeah.
Where you put everything that ain't selling in a room and you set it on fire, baby, and you collect the insurance.
Shortly after, Gottfried decided that the plastic line was strong enough to abandon the production of wooden toys. As a result, Gottfried's brothers Gerhard, the head of wooden toys, and Karl Georg left the Lego company.
Yes, my brothers left the company after I made the decision just to grow plastic.
They were super upset that they couldn't make wooden toys. They actually made their own company, and it lasted for about 20 years.
Yeah, short-sighted.
Yeah.
Who's living now? It's Lego, not your stupid wooden toys.
Okay. By the end of the year, Lego Group was employing more than 450 people.
It's a lot of people. It's a very small town. It's like a
Yeah,
It's like a
Billund?
3,000
Yeah, it's not
person
it's
town.
tiny.
So it's like a
It literally was the largest employer in the town.
yeah, and then it got bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And then had a bunch of. It had like 700 fires and
Yeah.
18 bankruptcies.
Every time they needed to scale back, there'd be a fire.
Hey, anybody know where I put my lighter? No reason. No questions.
Oh, I'm going to smoke more cigarettes and just leave them around everywhere.
I'll be back.
In 1961, Lego wished to expand sales to North America, but did not have the logistical capabilities to do so. So Lego made an arrangement allowing Samsonite to begin producing and selling Lego products in the United States and Canada.
So weird. Samsonite is, I don't know if they're still around, but they were,
They are.
were a luggage company. You may remember them, Gen Xers, as they were the commercial with the gorilla
Oh, yeah,
that jumped
yeah.
on the thing. And as a child, I thought that was a real gorilla.
That's true. We talked about that because
It
the
fooled
real
me.
gorilla was played by
Sir John Gielgud.
No, he was in a movie we covered,
Right.
but I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh, it was a mime. It was the mime guy.
Yeah.
From I'm not gonna remember.
Mime Wars.
It was a mime. Anyways, somebody in a mime. Okay.
Yep. But anyway,
I
it was
just-
a luggage company.
I
It was
love
so
the
weird.
fact. I just love the fact. So it's like, well, what do you guys make? Well, briefcases and Lego.
Well, yeah, but that was kind of cool. Like, you could go into the luggage because they had stores.
Yeah, yeah.
In every mall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you could go into the Samsonite store, and while your parents are looking at bored old luggage and trunks and stuff, probably getting your sister a trunk for going to camp with a padlock, you could go look at the
Sounds like
Lego
something
toys.
you lived through.
Oh God. Yeah, between my sister's horse shows and. She didn't have to go to my soccer games.
No. Oh, well.
She was spared.
Well, that's.
I was not a good soccer player, but
Oh,
she was an
yeah.
exceptional equestrian horse rider. She was an Olympic class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, she had blue ribbons all the way around.
Oh,
her,
wow.
Her she had like 2 rows of blue ribbons and then
Wow.
a row of yellows. Oh, not yellows, reds, and then thirds, all around
Yeah.
the walls of her rooms, and then this hutch of just these beautiful crystal
Wow.
things that she had won from these amazing
Wow.
hunter jumper. Oh yeah, she was amazing.
Wow. All right.
I was lucky to go see her compete. There was no comparison to me chasing butterflies and daydreaming about going back and playing with Star Wars while the ball just flew by me in soccer.
1961 and 1962 saw the introduction of the first Lego wheels, an addition that expanded the potential for building cars, trucks, buses, and other vehicles from Lego bricks.
Oh yeah, because you had to have the Lego cars. You can't. It just seemed unnatural to be playing with regular kind of cars
Yeah.
with your Lego stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in. It's
Get
like
out of the
what's point?
world building,
Yeah.
baby.
Also, during this time, the Lego Group introduced toys targeted explicitly towards the preschool market, also known as Duplo.
The Duplo blocks, they're very, very big.
They are
So you know why?
tiny hands,
No, so they wouldn't swallow the blocks
Oh.
and choke to death.
like your dad.
Yeah, we learned a lot from him dying.
God. All right.
You know what else I learned?
What's up?
How to make things from my secretions.
Okay.
You
All
want
right.
a sip?
Nope.
A little sipsy?
Nope. No. In 1964, cellulose acetate, the material used to create Lego bricks, was replaced by the more stable. Oh man!
Come on, you can do it.
Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene,
Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene.
also known as ABS plastic,
Yeah.
which is still in use today.
Yes, it is.
Essentially, ABS plastic never breaks down.
And always be selling that
Yes.
plastic.
It will last forever. Lego pieces will literally last forever.
Yeah, there's 3 of them in my colon right now. 1978.
Why are you eating Lego bricks?
I love the original owner, and I was just trying to follow him into the light.
All right. This was also the first year that saw the inclusion of instruction manuals in Lego sets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fascinates me. Previous to 1964, they were like, here's a picture, here's the stuff, go for it.
Just to make it, here's the deal. Danish children are very smart and they can figure things out and very creative. But when we started working with Samsonite and selling them in the United States, American children dum-dums.
Yeah.
Dummy dum-dums.
Yeah.
So you got to put instructions in. And not even words, just pictures because it's dummy-dums.
I just picture that guy who was like, yeah, I used to do Legos before the instruction manual.
Okay, Uncle Bob.
On June 7th,
You want a refresher on your scotch?
on June 7th, 1968, the first Legoland park was opened in Billund. This theme park featured elaborate models of miniature towns built entirely from Lego bricks.
I had one ride. It's a roller coaster called Lego Bum Buster. It's made out of Legos. And every time, bumps and stuff, there's no padding.
Oh, yeah.
You got real cut up.
really
Lots of bruises.
Bust your bum.
Oh, yeah, baby.
The 3-acre park attracted 625,000 visitors in its first year alone.
Yeah, it's big.
That's a lot of people for a small town.
Only 3,000 of us there. It's culture shock.
Yeah. During the next 20 years, the theme park grew to more than 8 times its original size and eventually averaged close to 1 million paying visitors per year.
Nice.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, especially for such a small town. That town completely changed.
Oh, yeah. Lego changed completely. Yeah. Sales of Lego sets reached more than 18 million units in 1968.
Oh, yeah, everybody had Legos. But it was like more European. It didn't really come. It didn't, for some reason, I don't know why, but it didn't hit in America right away.
No, it didn't.
But America had erector sets and stuff that, kids like building crap.
like
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I think it was limited with the early sets,
Yeah.
And plus, how many kids are going to the Samsonite store? Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. That's true. In 1969, the Duplo system went on sale. Apparently, it was not in the early. There was apparently something else in 1962.
It was the Puplo.
It was the Puplo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Maybe
designed.
that's-
It was designed you could swallow them, the children could, but it was made so it would, when they pooped, it was very easy coming out. It wouldn't scratch.
You swallow a bunch of them and then you poop them out. It's like a tower.
It's like a machine gun. Yeah, but it didn't take off, so we made them bigger.
Yeah. Duplo bricks are much larger than Lego bricks, making them safer for young children, but the two systems are compatible.
Yeah, learned that in Lego Movie.
Man, oh my god. I remember when you like randomly Duplo blocks, if you get like the Lego bricks on them, they're almost impossible to get off.
Yeah. Well, but that was the cool thing. I mean, because I don't think I ever had the Duplos. When did those come out?
60s, late 60s.
Maybe. I don't know if I had the Duplos. I know I had the Legos, but the cool thing is if you started with the dupes,
Yeah.
then you could still use your dupes when you graduate to actual Legos, when you've proven that you're not going to swallow the little pieces.
Right. Lego bricks can be fitted neatly onto Duplo bricks, allowing a seamless transition to the Lego system as children outgrow their Duplo bricks. The name Duplo comes from the Latin word duplus, which translates literally as double, meaning that a Duplo brick is exactly twice the dimension of a Lego brick, 2 times the height by 2 times the width by 2 times the depth.
You see, and one thing that carried over from my fathers, we're a very, very literal company.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to. You're building construction
Yeah.
toys.
Well, it's all part of the system.
Yeah.
It's very important to follow the system.
Okay. In 1971, Lego began to target girls by introducing furniture pieces and dollhouses because they won't play with
Well,
cars, I guess.
yeah, but most girls were playing with dollhouses back then.
know,
I mean,
I
it was
know.
culturally, you had to.
It's not. I mean, they're expanding their business. I get it.
Right, but there was also, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Up until like the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
kids were pushed into a certain direction if you were a boy, and pushed into a certain direction if you were a girl,
Yeah,
and there was not a lot of leeway there. Hence my old man, hey, you don't play with dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 1972, Lego added boat and ship sets with floating hull pieces. Human figures with posable arms made an appearance in 1974 in Lego Family Sets, which went on to become the biggest sellers at the time.
Yeah, because everybody wanted little guys. You want to have some guys to play with.
Yeah, you got to have characters to do
What is this,
stories.
Ghost Town?
Yeah, it's Ghost Town. They're all invisible. That's the...
Yeah, that was we thought maybe people would think that there were ghosts from. There's a old Danish fairy tale about a town with many ghosts who live in it. It's called The Ghosts of Lego Lily.
you know Hans Christian Andersen was Danish.
Well, that's where I get the Christian from and my daddy's name.
Yeah.
They sound just like my father.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. It's
very
like,
similar.
It's like he's right here.
Yeah.
The next year, an early version of the minifigure miniature Lego person was introduced, but it was not posable and had no face printed on its head.
Yes, it was haunting to see that.
Just a weird yellow
So they went
head.
from a ghost to a ghoul.
Yeah.
A faceless ghoul.
The company opened its first North American Lego production facility in Enfield, Connecticut in the United States in that same year in 1974. In 1975, Expert Series sets were introduced, geared towards older, more experienced Lego builders, followed by the Expert Builder sets in 1977.
Yeah, what we wanted to do is to create something for the virgin, the child that doesn't have social skills and can't get rid of toys into their teenage years. So they have something to do when the other children are playing instruments or dancing or having social experiences.
Right. The technical sets featured moving parts such as gears, differentials, cogs, levers, axles, and universal joints, and permitted the construction of realistic models such as automobiles with functional rack and pinion steering and lifelike engine movements.
Everything the lonely nerd was asking for.
Yeah, this is how we made engineers.
Yep.
In 1978, the Lego minifigure was added. Finally, had a little Lego guy.
Had some guys, baby.
Yeah.
You had your cops and your firefighters. Man, I had the
Everything,
Lego
yeah.
town. Oh, when I was putting that together, I had roads. You had like all these roads that you could stack
yeah.
up, whatever, and then they would have the Lego things on the sides that you could
Right.
build off of, or put little shrubs or little
trees and
or
things.
benches and things.
Yeah.
Oh, I love my Legos.
Yeah, they were fantastic. The small Lego people had posable arms and legs, and initially a single head with a smiling face.
Oh, they always smiled.
Of course they did. They were very happy.
They're very happy
The
in
Danes
Denmark.
are
Yeah.
very happy people.
Yeah.
The figure was used in many varieties of Lego sets, allowing construction of towns populated with the smiling minifigure Lego citizens. Lego has also expanded into space with the creation of Lego space sets with astronaut minifigures, rockets, lunar rovers, and spaceships, and into the medieval territory with the castle theme.
I loved the space stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
I will say this, man. I created one of the coolest, like 3 skiff spaceship things ever. And to the point where when I would play with friends, they were jealous of how cool this thing was. It was like,
wow.
it had a little cockpit and had a little storage area for like
Oh, wow.
weapons and stuff. And it had like, you could take the 3 skiffs off and you know, if you want to just fly it around.
Oh,
And so
nice.
it was just like, it was the coolest thing I've ever created.
Was
with
this
Lego.
a model set or something you created?
Something I created
that you
from
created.
all of my stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it was so cool looking. It was the coolest thing I've ever created as a toy. And I
Wow.
made like 3 of them, and my friends would just play with them. And we would be like this, you know, this Lego squadron of space guys.
Space
I
guys
loved it.
going to space.
And the greatest thing about the Lego movie, the absolute greatest thing about it, was the broken chin part of the space helmet, because everybody's
Oh,
space
yeah.
helmet broke
Yeah.
on the chin.
Yeah.
Everyone's did.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. The Expert Builder series matured in 1982, becoming the Technic series. I remember the Technic series
yeah.
when it was being sold, and I remember thinking, I'm never, ever going to play with that.
Oh, no. Super complicated. Like I
Yeah.
said. You know?
Yeah, no. I'm not an engineer.
Well, you're not. You don't have that quality of being super nerdy.
Thank you. August 13th, 1982 marked the Lego Group's 50th anniversary. The book 50 Years of Play was published to commemorate the occasion. In August 1988, 38 children from 17 countries took part in the first Lego World Cup building contest held in Billund.
Yes, and unfortunately, 8 of those children are never seen again when the Lego Parthenon collapsed, and they were never found.
It was a bad move to create the entire set from Legos.
Yeah, we used the original Legos that didn't bond very well.
Oh, that's
Smushed
not
the
good.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, better to be smushed than choking. It's a lot quicker.
that's true.
You
That's
don't
true.
suffer as much.
Until
Ask my dad.
Until 1989, Lego minifigures only came in yellow skin color with a standard smiling face, though early prototypes had a variety of skin colors and facial expressions. That year, the Lego Group expanded the array of facial expressions, adding them around the standard face of 2 eyes and smile, with beards and eye patches, sunglasses, lipstick, and eyelashes, mostly for the minifigures in the newly launched Lego Pirates theme, and occasionally Lego Castle, Lego City, and Lego Space.
Lego Space.
And now here we come to the best part of literally every episode of Toys Story, where the older collectors resented the new facial expressions, saying they looked too cartoonish or kiddie and preferred the simplistic nature of the 2 eyes and smile.
Hi.
Oh, jeez.
I'm a Lego collector. I'm a purist, if you will. I'm a purist, and I don't think that the pure insult of putting these different kind of facial expressions onto the Lego minifigures was a direct assault. Assault. Okay, look at me that way, but it was an assault to the actual fans of the figures.
Yeah, it was. They specifically had a meeting to make sure that they pissed off their fans.
As soon as I find a lawyer to take my case.
Particularly for Lego Pirates, these more complicated faces in combination with the torso, headgear, either a helmet or hair, and accessories allowed for the creation of specific characters and an accompanying backstory.
Oh, yeah, which led to the smartest move in the world.
Yeah. In 1992, 2 Guinness records were set using Lego products. A castle made from 400,000 Lego bricks and measuring 14.5 feet by 17 feet was built on Swedish television.
Good Lord.
I don't know if it was like literally from start to finish. And also a 1,788 feet long Lego railway line with 3 locomotives was constructed.
Good Lord.
That's a lot. That's literally a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, it was very sad when it derailed. So many deaths.
So many people died.
Oh, so much sadness.
Around that same time, Lego's profits started to decline. Around 1995 or 1996, the Lego Group retired many Lego designers who had created the sets from the late 1970s to the mid-1990s, replacing them with 30 innovators who graduated from the European design colleges around Europe who knew
little specifically about toy design and less about Lego building.
Okay, hold on the phone. Hold on to your phone for 1 second. The older guys had to pay a lot of money because they're around for a lot of times. So the new people could pay very much less.
very much less.
Yeah. So in my
Sure.
defense, I didn't want to pay a lot of money for the people working at me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess from a business standpoint, sure.
Pretty savvy.
At the time, sets could take over a year to progress from the design stage to store shelves.
Well, I get it though. It's a very intricate process.
Well, of course,
Like,
of course.
you think, oh, just throw a bunch of bricks together and take a picture.
No,
But there's so
I
much
mean,
stuff you got to do.
it takes time, yeah. By 1997, there was a resultant change in the design direction of products as set details were sacrificed for decreased building times with fewer pieces and increased playability features, but this shift drew mixed reception from hardcore Lego fans used to the meticulous construction required of classic-era sets of the 1980s to mid-1990s.
Again, it was a direct assault on the Lego fans.
I mean, this is the one time that I think I might agree with them, that it's kind of crappy of them to
Well-
be like, well, hey, we're going to make this easier.
yes, and I get it. Yes, but
I
they're
mean,
also just trying to save the company. You know
could
what
have
I mean?
both. Yes, I agree. I mean,
We were in
obviously.
pretty hot water back then, You had to make some choices, pal.
Lego Pirates, which had a strong run since its launch in 1989, was promptly killed off, with 1997 being its last year of production.
Oh, it's a bummer. Those are cool sets.
They were great. I remember, because I worked at Kmart. My very first job was working at Kmart. I remember the Pirates, like the big ship that you could put together. It was like 1,000 pieces. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Didn't they have like a pirate cove? And
Yeah.
all sorts of. And they had like skeletons that you could fight.
Yeah,
And-
they were really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they were really cool. The change in design teams only served to accelerate the company's decline. In 1998, Lego posted its first ever loss at $56.8 million.
Yeah, I learned a lesson. You get what you pay for. Well, I wasn't paying much.
In the same year, the company laid off 1,000 employees, literally 1/3 of the town.
It was not a happy Christmas that year, I'll tell you.
No. In 1999, the first Lego products featuring licensed intellectual property were Lego Star Wars and Winnie the Pooh Duplo, followed in 2000 by Lego Harry Potter characters to figures from Steven Spielberg movies.
Ooh.
Yeah, licensing, that's the way to go. Soren Holm, the head of Lego Concept Lab, said toy weapons had always been heavily debated, but that since the Lego Star Wars release, Lego has grown...
More comfortable with conflict.
Yeah, look, hey.
Sounds terrible.
Well, we had to make a choice, Either be a bunch of broke peaceniks or
Yeah.
be some guys with the money and weapons. But we had swords and stuff with the,
Well, with the pirates, yeah.
Yeah,
they
and
had
also the medieval.
cutlasses and the castle guys, yeah. They
So,
had
I don't know, it
swords.
was a big whoop.
Mr. Larson, executive president of North American Operations, suggested to make
Violence not explicit, but humoristic.
licensed properties did provide a short-term boost to profits during the release of blockbuster movies. However, sales would taper off after public excitement died down.
Yeah, people are jerks. Well, people are. It's
true.
They've got very short attention spans.
Yeah.
And, kids are looking for whatever's new. The worst thing about all these toys is there's so many toys.
Yeah.
And there's always something new coming around the bend.
Yeah.
But it's weird to me because Lego, you don't have to play Star Wars with Star Wars. You can just take all the pieces and build
Yeah, you
something
can
new and
do
make
whatever you
something
want,
new.
yeah.
That's what I did. I mean, I did have I would make the play sets and stuff, but then I would
Yeah.
break them all apart and make my own stuff because
Yeah.
that was the most fun, is trying to create something from nothing.
From nothing. Furthermore, the added cost of the license resulted in such sets being more expensive, which alienated longtime fans, who also bemoaned the declining quality and reduced availability of comparable sets not based on licensing.
Yeah, we were at our last wit's end.
Can you imagine being someone who literally goes, Star Wars in my Lego? Ugh.
It ruined my childhood.
Ugh. God, I just want to slap some people.
Well, you know, some people don't have a lot of really bad things in their lives or really have any sort of empathy for other people who have bad things in their
Yeah.
lives. So they have to focus on something, Adam. And why not a bunch of plastic crap?
That's true. That's true. In 2004, Lego posted a loss of $351.6 million, with the executive vice president of marketing, Mads Nipper, later describing the company as having been almost bankrupt at this point.
Yeah, you know, I called up Mads Nipper and called him Nips. I said, old Nips, we lost a lot of hundreds of million. And he's like, yeah, that's not good. And I'm like, that's not good.
Can you imagine having a company that could lose $350 million and you're not bankrupt?
Yeah, we were pretty damn close, I tell you.
That year, the first non-family CEO was appointed to run the company.
Oh, I broke my heart. Broke my heart.
Well, I mean, not everybody. I mean, you shouldn't do nepotism. Not everybody can run a company. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not.
I did almost run it into the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, I get. Hey, you know, I just retired and made things with my Legos, and drank my secretions,
Ugh, all right.
made my
I was
cheese.
really hoping you wouldn't mention that
Yeah,
again.
learned how to make crackers from things on my body too.
Okay.
It's pretty self-sufficient for a cocktail party.
So gross.
Hey, it's Danish. Don't be racist.
Yep. The company sold the 4 Legoland parks to theme park operators Merlin Entertainments, and manufacturing, 80% of which had been outsourced, was returned to Lego's control. In 2008, in the U.S. alone, Lego sales increased 32% because of Star Wars and Indiana Jones themed games, while globally sales increased 18.7%.
Yeah, getting in the video game business
Yeah.
was a super, super smart
It
sitch.
saved the company.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To this day, too.
Yeah. Mr. Larson, Lego executive of North American operations, said in 2009 that licenses played a more prominent role in the American market than overseas. About 60% of Lego's American sales were estimated to be linked to licenses, twice that of 2004.
Yeah, because American kids don't have a lot of imagination and need
No,
something
they-
to push them and point them in the
They
direction
need
to
to
play.
be told exactly what to do.
I don't. This toy doesn't have a movie or a TV show for it. I don't know how to play with it. I hate it.
In 2014, Warner Brothers and the Lego Group released The Lego Movie, a computer-animated adventure comedy film telling the story of an ordinary Lego minifigure construction worker named Emmett Brickowski, prophesies to save the world.
Oh, it was so cute. It was such
I
a sweet movie.
Loved The Lego
Yeah,
Movie.
and the whole conceit to it. You know,
Yeah.
with a kid playing with his dad's Legos.
Yeah,
and the whole like,
yeah.
dad is the.
It had the greatest twist without really it being a twist. It was just like, oh my God, that's literally what I did.
But
Like, I
it,
played-
the
yeah.
whole like aesthetic and everything about it felt like you were playing with Legos. Like,
Exactly,
it felt like a kid
exactly.
playing with Legos. It was done so well.
yes,
It captured it. It was the best toy license movie I can ever think
Oh,
of.
yeah.
Because it captured the essence of those toys more completely, except for maybe Star Wars.
The only one that I would put up there with it is the movie Clue.
Okay, well, I mean, okay.
Because it kind of captures the murder mystery part, but but obviously very different. But I agree, it literally felt like in the Lego Movie, like you were playing with the Legos.
Yeah.
It
And
was-
that's, yeah.
capturing that feeling is so difficult, and they did such a good job with it.
Whatever the company is that makes the Lego video games, they love Legos and they know.
Yeah,
how
like
to-
they obviously get it and they understand. It's
Yeah, because you build stuff. You knock stuff apart and you build stuff.
Yeah,
and it's just,
yeah.
and you're a little minifigure running around.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. The Lego Movie received one of the highest recorded openings for an original animated movie, and the Los Angeles Times noted
Nearly unanimous positive reviews.
for the film. In 2017, Warner Brothers, DC Entertainment, and the Lego Group released the Lego Batman movie as a spin-off based on one of the lead characters of Lego's first animated movie.
Yes, with Will Arnett. It's Batman.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was fun, but it didn't have. I think a lot of the Lego Movie was that it was Lord and Miller. I
Yeah.
think they understood Lego.
I think the Batman movie was a little bit more for kids.
Yeah,
maybe?
it was fun. I
Yeah,
mean, it
sure.
was super fun.
Will Arnett was great.
It felt more in line with like the games, where it was just a lot of humor and like making fun of things and being very sarcastic.
Sure,
and,
but it
like,
also seemed like, the
Yeah.
Lego Batman from Lego movie is super popular. Let's do a spin-off.
yeah.
And I think it was a straight-to-video. Was it a movie?
I don't remember if it went out. It might have gone straight to
Cut all that
streaming.
crap out,
I don't
but
remember. I don't remember. In the first half of 2017, Lego saw its first revenue decline in 13 years, announcing plans in September of 2017 to cut 1,400 jobs.
Here we go again.
In February 2019, a sequel to the Lego Movie was produced by Warner Animation Group and released by Warner Brothers, titled The Lego Movie 2, the second part. Many of the voice actors from the first film reprised their characters for the sequel, but it underperformed in ticket sales compared to its predecessors.
It was still good. It was still
It was
fine.
fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. It definitely wasn't as good as the first movie.
Yeah, but that's lightning in a bottle. You're never going to
Yeah.
recapture that because that's something it was just precious.
Yeah. In November 2020, Lego announced its largest set to date, a replica of the Colosseum in Rome containing 9,036 pieces.
Good Lord.
The set overtakes the previous record holder, the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars franchise. And obviously this is the largest that they had for sale. Obviously a lot of people have made much bigger things, but yeah. In 2021, this record was topped by the Titanic model at 9,090 pieces.
Yeah, it's me, James Cameron. Just wanted to say I insisted that they make that. I insisted that they do.
He has to have the record.
Yeah, I need the box office record. I need the record for the biggest Lego thing of a movie, and I need the I have the record for the longest tantrum ever delivered on set underwater.
Well, the record did not last because in 2022, the second set to reach 10,000 bricks was released, a replica of the Eiffel Tower, the first being a Lego world map.
Oh yeah, just wait until my Avatar 2
Lego Way of Water Lego.
Yeah, we're gonna make the entire Pandora. It's gonna be 4 million pieces.
Gonna buy a second house to house it. Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Since 1995, 85 commercial video games based on Lego have been released. 85.
Good God, that is so many.
85! The most recent being Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, being released earlier in 2022.
Picked that little baby up on sale, had a blast. It was super fun. It's the best, I think, of all the Lego games. It's the most in-depth, the controls, the story, the exploration, all of it. It's the best of the bunch. I mean, I love the other games. I think we both played the Lego Undercover, which is like
that's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
But it's not a licensed game. It's just strictly Lego.
Yeah,
but
that's what makes it so much fun.
So brilliant.
Yeah. It's like Grand Theft Auto Lego, but it's super cute and super happy, and it's
fun,
very goofy.
yeah.
They have such a good sense of humor, and this is I think this is the first fully voiced Star Wars game. Lego game, because most of them are like it always was like a mumble
and
stuff.
then there'd be words on the screen. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just I had such a good time with that game. I still have a lot of stuff to do, but playing through all the movies, I played through all of them. It was really fun, and I usually I'm playing like 18 games at once.
No, yeah.
So it's hard for me to finish anything.
Well, I know the Lego Harry Potter was part of the PlayStation Plus. I don't think it was this month. It was last month.
Yeah, it was last month.
But I would like to play that too because I think it's based on the books. I don't think it's based on the movies. Or maybe a mix of the two.
It's fun. But it's more like the older.
Yeah.
At least the first part. Because I guess it's 2 games in one.
Yeah.
But it's more old school.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, you cast spells and crap.
Go around
around.
Hogwarts and whatever. Yeah.
There you go.
Merlin Entertainments operates now 10 Legoland amusement parks. The original in Billund, Denmark. The second was in Windsor, England. The third opened in Günzburg, Germany.
Bunch of goons in Günzburg.
Günzburg. The fourth in Carlsbad, California.
I'm in there.
Yeah, I haven't actually been inside of it, but I've been by it. The fifth in Winter Haven, Florida. The sixth in Iskandar Puturi, Malaysia, the 7th in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, the 8th in Nagoya, Japan, the 9th in Goshen, New York in the United States, which opened in 2020, and the 10th is scheduled to open in 2024 in Shanghai, China.
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with Lego. The company, because they don't
No, they don't own it anymore. I'm sure they probably get money from it. There's some licensing involved.
Well, they got to buy Legos to make the Lego stuff.
That's true. There's also 8 Legoland Discovery Centers, 2 in Germany, 4 in the United States, 1 in Japan, and 1 in the United Kingdom.
What's that?
They are more like educational. It's more about getting kids into engineering and stuff.
STEM.
Legoland Discovery. Wow. All right.
No, I think it's important, but as a kid, no thank you. We're going to go to a Lego park. Yay! To learn how to code
Yeah.
and build complicated
Build stuff.
machinery.
Yeah.
That would be great. No, it's perfect for the
just,
nerds.
It's just heavier on the education part of it, but you're still able to go in and like build stuff, and I think they just rather than it being like an amusement park, it was like, hey, you can actually learn while you're doing
Yeah,
it.
look, it's just another way for us to make a little buck.
Make a little buck.
A little bit of kroner, Little cookie cooks.
It just amazes me that Lego has been around since 1949.
Yeah.
And that I can see my 8-year-old nephew or 7-year-old nephew just getting so excited about the Legos. And
Yeah.
like last time I was in Illinois, him like, I gotta come show you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, there's nothing greater than building something yourself. I remember it wasn't easy building these sets.
No.
They're pretty they're pretty intricate, these
Yeah.
sets. Building your firehouse and building your
Yeah.
police station and building the bank and building the this. And they're all different sets. They all take probably a couple hours to build,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're looking at F1 and F2 and you're like, I don't know, is this the thing? And I don't know. And then once you get tired of that, then the greatest thing, especially for me, was creating something and being super proud of it and showing people and then
Yeah.
being like, wow, that is really
Yeah.
cool.
That is exactly my little nephew Noah, man. He brought it up and I was like, it was a huge tower, like a big like firehouse thing. And I was just like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very positive toy. It's great for solitary kids. It's also great for social kids because you can all play with Legos together
Yeah.
and create little worlds and create towns and space towns or Star Wars or Harry Potter or the Pirates of the Caribbean. Whatever you're into, there's
Yeah.
probably Star Wars.
Let your imagination run wild. You do whatever you want with it. It was such amazing creativity.
And when you get too old and embarrassed to play with Legos, some people never do,
Yeah.
then get the video games.
Yeah.
The Star Wars game is like, it's again, like when we're talking about G.I. Joe and talking about playing GTA online, and that's the closest thing to having action
Right,
figures.
right.
Being able to play with action figures as an adult and not be found out as a creep. But that's the same thing with Legos. With these games, you can still and there's a new Lego game which is basically just Legos, like this builder game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just create.
Yeah.
And you create things, and you could share your creations, and it's very like. And it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's extremely intricate and detailed. Like each
Right.
little brick, you can, you have to, or I don't know how it works, but it's like
Interesting.
You put the sets together, you have the
Right.
instructions and stuff, but you can also make whatever you want, almost like a Dreams.
Right.
Where you get to share your creations and stuff with
Yeah,
other people,
yeah.
which sounds like a really fun way to play with Legos and not have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for
Right.
these sets.
Or to step on them and hurt yourself.
Oh, parents. Oh, the Lego step. Every parent knows the pain of stepping on a Lego and it's sticking into your foot, getting that corner of the Lego right into the arch. Ooh, baby. But totally worth it because I think
Yeah.
kids that play with Legos are more creative,
Yeah.
are more well-behaved or quieter.
They definitely disappear for a while and take 4 hours to build their little Lego sets.
They sure do. Yeah. But Legos, you gotta get your kids Legos if you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the main reason why you want to get your kids Legos is it's a great thing to play with your kids because you can
Yes,
build stuff
you build
with
it
them.
together.
Yeah.
It's good family time. You hang out, you have a good time. It is. I will never forget the look on Noah's face and being so proud and just so like, man, like you built this.
You accomplished something, and so many kids got into architecture, and so many kids got into building because of Legos, and the kids that moved on to the tectonic or Technic sets, they were probably on their way to becoming engineers
Yeah.
or becoming card designers,
yeah.
whatever. It was a great fuel for imagination, a great fuel for those techno kids and for the creative kids, and it gave us something to do that wasn't just cars or action figures or
yeah.
passive or video games. It's really it engages kids with their brains and their bodies and their hands, and it's one of the best toys out there,
Yeah, I would agree.
and it deserves to be around for another 80 years.
I hope it will be.
I hope it is too. Even though the family's no longer involved. And Half of the town's pissed at us because we had to lay them off.
All right. We'll be back next week with another For the Stepdads show.
Oh, yeah. It's
Talk
the
about
last
our-
Stepdads of the
Our
year.
favorite toys and things.
Yeah. Kind of talk about, wrap up the year a little bit. Maybe talk about some of our favorite things
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So tune back in. Go grab yourself some Legos, play with your Legos, and then come back and we'll be your stepdads.
All right.
Doing this nude.
Great.
Fully nude.
Ugh.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Super Friends, already in progress.